Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special video. Pokimane got herself into a bit of Twitter drama and I've been looking for the perfect excuse to make a Pokimane video for a while now, so well, here we are. But before we get into that, I'd just like to ask that if you do enjoy today's upload, to both like and subscribe. Thank you. Anyway, back to the video. I have a bit of history of Pokimane myself. In fact, my first commentary video on this channel was because of a situation involving Pokimane, copyright takedowns, and myself. So back in like January of last year, there was a gimmick account going around. You might remember him. He was making the edits of people's selfies where he would just change them from black or Chinese. That was his thing. He would just make them black or Chinese and he would respond with, "This is what you'd look like if you was black or Chinese." Anyway, he did one of Pokimane, to which he blocked him. And so I went into the comment section of a Pokimane tweet with the edits and I asked, "Why did you block him?" See, nothing special. I didn't get much interaction. It was just that. That was it. The next day I wake up and I check my phone and I had an email about a copyright takedown request from none other than Pokimane on that repost that I replied with. Now, as it turns out, the original tweet was also taken down at the same time. As soon as I saw this, I tweeted this out. Who the fuck sent a DMCA on this post? But when I checked the email in greater detail, I found the information for the person who sent the DMCA, which turned out to be Pokimane, including all of her personal information. And so I tweeted this out as my response. Dude, it was Pokimane. I got more info on the email and I just can't show it because, of course, it's a docs, but she's been taking down the black or Chinese images claiming copyright. At Pokimane is copyright striking people who post the black or Chinese edit to Twitter. I got an email this morning for a DMCA takedown of the image. You may be thinking, how do you know it was Pokimane? Well, because in the DMCA, it gives you two reporter information. It gives you... Wait, what? I'm on my stroke trying to read this. Well, because in the DMCA, it gives you two reporter info to counter the claim. I think I mistyped that when I tweeted that out. Anyway, this small story got picked up by Drama Alert and the black or Chinese guy reached out to me to say that he also got the same email about the copyright takedown. The story really didn't go anywhere, but it did lead to me creating these very videos. I still don't know whether or not it was actually Pokimane herself taking these down or just some guy with a full docs, but nonetheless, I swore that I would make a real video on Pokimane. And here we are, I guess.
Nigga, you ain't funny. That's not true. Maybe you're just boring as fuck and lame as hell. Cause only lame niggas say that shit. Oh my god.
See guys, exposed. No one's ever seen this fucking clip before. It's not the most overused clip you have ever seen on any response to any drama about Pokimane ever. Anyway, I need to get back on track here because I've literally just been rambling about old drama at this point. So she posted this selfie recently and everyone was just clowning on her in the replies, calling her old. Literally, that's it. Everyone's just like, you're pushing 30. And so someone responded to her with a picture of an empty box of eggs with the caption, "Soon." And that was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Anyway, she responds with this tweet right here, which is like, "Yeah, I'm pushing 30 and I have money and I am happy." And that's it. That's really what she tweets. She's like, "I'm pushing 30, I have money, and I am happy." People are responding to this response again with more, "Your eggs are spoiling." But this one reply blew the fuck up, and I will now read the whole damn thing because it's a fucking book. "You're 28, Amin. Not 18, not 80, but every year you get more self-assured and somehow less self-aware. This isn't growth, it's arrested development in HD, streaming hours at a time daily since adolescence didn't empower you, it just throws you in digital puberty. You talk like a life coach, post like a thirst trap, and react like a teenager whose ego is held together by brand deals and soft lighting. This isn't harassment, it's grown adults pointing out that grown adulthood doesn't look like this. And if life really gets better every year, why do you still act like you're one comment away from spiraling into a subtweet? If this is confidence, why does it only show up when there's a camera and a curated audience? You didn't outgrow the internet, you just aged into it like spoiled milk with a ring light, preserved by validation, paid by the same men who sexualized you into a career that you deny you capitalized on. This isn't targeted hate, it's a wake-up call, a reminder that the bubble you've built, full of orbiters, yes, men, and men with spare cash who defend you for a crumb of attention, isn't reality. And it clearly rattled you to discover that outside of the curated echo chamber, not everyone knows you, likes you, or wants to see a grown woman caption, Angie, with her cleavage staged like a thumbnail. It's not empowerment, it's arrested development wrapped in a push-up bra, craving for attention, and most people didn't find inflated thirst traps endearing. They find them sad. You're pushing 30, still living like a girl whose future is stuck buffering, pausing real life just long enough to keep the illusion playing. So here's the thing, it's not a black and white, it's not some simple weird influx of weirdos commenting on my age that you've convinced yourself of. It's not just the internet being mean to you. The reality is the average adult, the one who isn't lost in your bubble, doesn't want to see grown women sexualize themselves for fucking hell, doesn't want to see a grown woman sexualizing herself for attention, no matter how much she tries to wrap it in the guise of being knowledgeable and self-assured. The truth is, you've made your career of sexualization and you never fully admit to it because you've convinced yourself you're more than that. But the longer you keep pretending, the more you'll realize that it's not the word that's the problem, it's you still acting like you've got something to prove at 28, when honestly you're just holding on to the version of yourself that doesn't even exist anymore. Grow up. And here's the real irony, your entire career is built on appeasing random shitty people, but those shitty people you're worried about, the ones criticizing you for your age, your looks, are just as shitty as the ones who sexualize you and throw their money at you. You spent years building a career that thrives on attention, both from people who want to elevate you and from people who want to reduce you, nothing more than a commodity. The truth is, you've let both sides feed your ego, but you'll never admit to that because they're the same people who keep you in business. So it's time to realize growing older won't make you miserable, it's selling out to the same people you pretend to not care about. That's the real trap. A self-inflicted cage that stunted your maturity far worse than any comment or harassment. Fucking hell, there was a lot of saying the same thing over and over. The guy who wrote this said he wrote this entire thing while taking a shit. I can't find where he said that, but I did see that tweet somewhere. So it wasn't like a well thought out, like this is a multi-page document type thing. It was just something he threw together because it's what he thought. I mean, he worded it quite well. I'm a bit dyslexic, so I was struggling on some of the fucking... You should see the whole recording. My god, it probably took me about 10 fucking minutes to read the whole damn thing with just I'm gonna cut all of that though. You're never gonna see it. Anyway, Pokimane's response to this was to cry. No, like literally, she cried on stream. I mean, like almost, I guess. She's close enough to crying, I guess. I'll show you.
It's weird to think about how many people have opinions about me, especially people who've probably like never consumed any of my content, which is understandable. Like that's just what happens probably when you're online for so long.
So yeah, that's basically it. This video is just completely retarded. I don't know why the fuck I made this. This is a bit off topic actually. I'm gonna go off topic real quick. You guys may be wondering, what is that background gameplay? What has it been this whole video? So the idea is Pokimane is essentially like a virtual girlfriend streamer, right? Same with all these other female streamers. They don't really do anything on stream. They eat, they watch videos, they talk, they play games. They're not that good at games, but they just kind of do stuff and they talk to the camera. No one really cares about that, right? But people put these streams on in the background and they simp and they do all this stuff because it gives them some sort of attention, I guess. Even if they're not being spoken to directly, the like almost fake female attention kind of acts as like a virtual girlfriend to some of these fucking people. And so that's why they, you know, even watch or subscribe and they send donations and all that stuff. So the gameplay is like a real girlfriend simulator type thing. And so I thought that would be funny. It's not very funny now that I have to explain it, but it sounded better in my head, I guess. Look, it's not actually a girlfriend simulator, it's a fucking game. All these guys on Twitter were freaking out on this game. They were going, this game's awesome. And I was like, yeah, I'll play this game. It's like a horror game. It's a game called Me Side. It's really good. Really good. I recorded gameplay specifically from one section where it was kind of like a girlfriend simulator, so I could do this video specifically. I think I recorded the gameplay weeks ago because I was like, I'm going to make a video on Pokimane when the next time Pokimane drama comes up, and I'm going to use this as gameplay. That was my thought process, I guess. Anyway, that was retarded. This video was retarded. The only reason this video exists is because I saw this drama on Twitter and went, that's not video worthy. Then I was in the shower and I thought of a title for a potential Pokimane video, and I thought it was funny enough to make it into a whole video just so I can have an excuse to use this title. Pokimane cries after coming to realization she's aging. That's the only reason I made this video, was because I thought of the title and I went, that's funny, I'm gonna make the video now. That's basically it. I'll see you guys in the next video then.